Happy holidays and welcome back to We Eat So Good. Today we have some festive merrymaking with some gingerbread, but first, a disclaimer. If you have a naughty Sphynx kitty at home, you might want to lock him up for this one.
Oh yeah, we'll see at the end what happens there, but I wanted to get this recipe from my mom. She used to make it when I was a kid, and I hadn't had it in probably like 20 years. So I called her, she sent me the recipe. It was from an old cookbook from the 70s. And I love this recipe. It's so good.
It's a sweet treat. I didn't know that gingerbread was an actual bread. I just thought it was a cardboard-like consistency thing made for building.
You were into it once I said, oh yeah, you can serve it with whipped cream or with butter. You're like, I'm in.
Yeah, I was definitely in. I got my butter lariat.
So the recipe says to use like Crisco, shortening, or lard. So of course we're using lard.
Yeah, we like the lard.
And this is my first time using one of these electric mixers, so I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if the kitchen agrees with that.
Actually, it didn't make too much of a mess, which it looks like it's making a huge mess, but I think the bowl, like the wideness of the bowl really helped, so.
Probably.
It saved me there.
This is one of our very few kitchen gadgets.
Yeah, and here we go, adding the molasses. This is unsulfured molasses, so I'll have to get my sulfur from my Flintstones vitamins, I guess.
Oh, there you go. Now, were you tempted to lick the molasses?
I was not. This was when I was trying to film it myself, so I was really hyper focused on the camera and where I was in the scene. It made it kind of tough, but it worked out good. It's just, difficult.
I can only imagine. All right, so we're doing a little scrapies on the side, kind of doing some creaming.
I think I creamed the sugar into the lard at the beginning. This is just mixing. And then I'm putting in the flour mixture. So it was the dry ingredients all mixed up together, then slowly added to the wet ingredients with boiling water. So that was a half cup boiling water. I'm adding it slowly with the flour mixture and just blending it all up. So I kind of did it in thirds here.
Now, I know I've questioned bacon before because I just don't understand it. Why do you think boiling water?
I don't know. I didn't research it, honestly. I was like, let's just try it and see how it comes out. It came out great, so somebody knew what they were doing in the 70s. They had their bell bottoms on, and they knew you were supposed to boil the water and put it in the gingerbread. So I'm going with it.
You know, I am really enjoying watching this because it's giving me like Sunday vibes. You know how I like the melted peanut butter on a sundae? That is what this looks like.
It has that like light brown color. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of satisfying seeing the white like disappear into it and it come out all smooth and creamy like that.
Agreed.
And that move was dangerous. I was like, I'm gonna lift this out and clean them off. Could have gone everywhere.
Alright, so just a basic Pyrex here?
Yep, 8x8 Pyrex, and I'm putting in some lard. I could have used butter or, oil for it, but I had the lard right there, so I'm just spreading that out. And in the recipe, it said to then put flour in the bottom, so I did that, and that really helps it slide out when it's all done, so that was cool.
Now, in the recipe, did it say to use your bare meat mitt to just mash it in there?
It did. Nothing better than that. Clean meat mitt, jam it right in.
Look at this. I mean, it's got the consistency of like taffy, like when they're pulling the taffy.
Yeah, and it really expands with all that baking soda in there. Puffs up good. Nice.
Yeah, because it doesn't really look like there's much in the pan here.
No, it gets like doubles in size. So it cooks in the oven for, it was about 40 minutes. I tested it a couple of times, but look at that. Ooh, yeah, it kind of looks like chocolate cake there.
Yeah, it had to have at least doubled, maybe even tripled.
Doesn't taste like chocolate cake, though. And then when I left it up to cool, look what happened. Somebody got to it. I wonder who it could be.
Total decimation.
Look at this guy. Who would have thought a Sphynx cat would want gingerbread?
He wanted it. He wanted it good.
Yeah, what an idiot. And he couldn't have just eaten one part. He had to sample the whole top, so I had to chop out a bunch of it and throw it away. I still see one little corner up there that might have had a cat teeth mark in it, but I ate that part, so we'll see what happens to me.
At least there was enough to salvage to get my butter on it, because I had been waiting all day.
Yep, so nice warm piece of gingerbread. It has cinnamon, it has ginger flavor. It's not too sweet, so it goes good with some butter.
And you can see the bounce and how soft this is.
Oh, it's so good.
So, especially when it's warm and that butter's melting. Oh, man.
It's excellent. Get some homemade whipped cream on there or something, too. This is excellent for Christmas and the New Year. You'll love it.
So will Santa.
Or your Sphynx cat.